Hey, there was a day in small business when we would go door to door and all we had was flyers and business cards, right? And those business cards and flyers are still relevant in our sales efforts. They support our sales. But today we talked to my buddy Kyle Klement, who owns an ad agency, VMF, vet marketing firm. Dude, and he shares a really cool idea and a concept where your digital marketing footprint, your digital landing pages or flyers support your team's in the field sales efforts. Check it out.
I mean, first is you have to have a marketing budget. A lot of people just think like they can have a good location and then, and that's one avenue of it, right? Location. But if that's not where you're driving customers and, you're always going to get, again, a lot of businesses get referrals and that's great, but you got to have another bucket, to make sure you're filling that pipeline because you're never going to be able to scale and grow unless you have steady new clients coming in the door. And so I don't think nearly enough companies spend as much in advertising as they should, so again, and it doesn't have to be a 50% advertising of your revenue, but come up with a budget. And early on, it's going to be a little higher, but that average 3 to 5% minimum, just throwing numbers out there, not looking at, and everything's a little different, but have a true advertising budget. And then, make sure that you're kind of checking those boxes. Even if you have a sales guy and he's going out and cold calling, making sure then that your marketing platform supports that, right? It doesn't have to be cold. These are people that are coming to you. So have landing pages for him and have it to where he can automate some of the follow-up and make it easy on them to convert those leads and use that website then to qualify leads versus if you're getting people off the street, that's where you're going to want to have really heavy reviews and really heavy, testimonials on there, Google reviews, testimonials, because that's maybe the first way they're finding you. So do a lot of testing early on. And again, I definitely would work with an expert to help you make sure you got at least the best practices kind of, tested for tested So
that's wonderful. It seems like the digital platform, the holistic approach that you have, I know you have because we hire you and that's what we do, but the holistic approach you're talking about, even the low-hanging fruit, like having those landing pages for your sales guy, it's basically the old flyer, right? Not that you can't use flyers still; they could be effective, but that is a necessary, not even evil. It is necessary for that to support that guy, right? Because when that guy leaves that door, even if he doesn't show it to them, if that person's interested at all, they're going to go to their phone or the office lady's going to look at her computer and pull up that company, right?
Well, exactly. And I think when I first started out in business development, I'd call it more, sales, business development, whatever you want to call it. I mean, it was you need to touch someone 7 times over the course of that sales cycle, say a year or whatever. Then I've heard recently 22 times now because everyone's so distracted and there's so many different they're getting a new advertisement every day. It's you're walking down the Las Vegas Strip, trying to get everything thrown at you. But now I think it's even more than that. I think by the time we're done with this podcast, it's going to be 30, 40. I mean, you got to stay in front of people, and especially once they become a warm lead. That's the thing with why Facebook advertising is so valuable. And even with Google, when done properly, is Google is top of the funnel. It gets them in. That's that nutrition piece we talked about. But then with Facebook, if you get it dialed in, now you can show your message over and over to these qualified prospects. And that's when Facebook then becomes, a really good, tool in your tool belt, because now it's Facebook ads, you can really customize those audience. And that's where it's such a valuable, tool to get your message in front of them over and over and over again, so that they eventually are either going to buy or as I say, knows the second best answer. So let's get them out of that, out of that pipeline, or let's get them qualified and kind of move them on to the next step.
Like you said, you're doing that in the paid space.
Yeah. I'm a big believer in the paid space right now. I think, if you're not in organic already, not that, you should still be trying to work up in that. And that's where your budget needs to be spread out a little bit. But I think paid is going to provide you the most instant gratification if you're a new business starting up, or if you haven't been investing in your marketing.
Yeah.